Hi guys, Neff here, and today we're looking at the Dom IX Saturn. Same one I gutted on video about a week ago. It's time to get her picked on video and move on to some of this other stuff we got in the background here, because that pile is getting kind of full every week because I have a problem with buying way too many locks. So let's see what we can do here. Just going to be using some real simple stuff. As soon as we make that camera calm down. So I've got a short hook. That's just going to be for like interactive element. I have a homemade dimple flag from a wiper insert with just a southward grip on it. Highly recommend buying those. And then just a wiper insert tension wrench. So I'm going to start on the left side. Trying to give her a good reset. Actually, you know what? Sorry about that, guys. I just didn't even show the key working in here. So here's that. I talked about this a little bit in the gut. There's the Saturn ring, which, as you can see, comes out on an angle to the side. That way, if you turn it over, it also comes out on an angle to the same side. So, yeah. I actually have really come to like Dom's designs. I've fallen in love with a few European manufacturers. The standard ones everybody buys though: Dom, Eva, Icon. Alright, let's see what we can do here. Start on the left side, click on pin 1. Pin 2. Pin 3 I might have double lifted because it's acting set. Yeah, and 1 popped a little bit there. Alright. See, that's the thing about pick placement. You gotta be very aware of where your stuff is. Thankfully, I was slightly forgiven by this lock just now. Alright, since I accidentally tapped 3 and kind of got some core movement, I'm just going to check the interactive. Usually I don't need to hit it yet, but I like to be sure. Nope, she's good. Ah, 3 still needs some work done to it. There we go. And that usually drops a pin, but there we go. So that's 1, 2, and 3 set. 1 and 3 set. It usually, when I set 3, it drops 1 and 2, but I found that I can't preset it either. It's just the way it is. So right when I pushed 1, it bumped into that false set, and 2 actually needs to be set again. So I'm working on that with some counter rotation. Ooh, did I get it? I did not. There we go. 1, 2, and 3 are set back into a false set. So 5 doesn't need much. It's a low lift anyway. So sometimes I just don't really have to touch it till way at the end and just tap it. 4 in here is a max lift or close to it, and doesn't seem to like to do anything for me. Sometimes I hit it all the way at the end of the lock. I'm just checking to see if I can get it set now. I don't even have any pressure on the core. feeling for counter rotation, basically. Alright, not much I can do with that, so let's start working on the right side here. Pin 1. Tiny click bumped right up. Pin 2. Ooh. I think it lifted a bit, but I don't believe it's set. I'm not getting anything on that now, but it did lift a bit. I may need to start messing with the interactive here in a minute to finish off these spools, because I think that's, well, I mean, obviously we're in a false set, so it's something like that. Alright, I'm not feeling much. Let's try the interactive here. So it sits really flush. Not flush, but close to it. Yeah, so that was the interactive. Got some more core rotation. It's just really hard for me to find usually. I'm surprised I was able to do that. Alright, now we should be able to finish these and feel for some counter rotation. I still may have an issue with pin 4 on the left side. There we go. Just having a hard time with pick placement there. Alright. 1 and 2 feel pretty hard. 3, it gave me counter rotation. I can't tell if I set it or just let it go back to the way it was. Let's see here. Alright, that was 4. Got even more core rotation there. I just got some counter rotation on 3 or 4. Just having a hard time staying under it, so I'm all over the place. One feels good. Two feels good. Three feels good. Let's check that 4th pin over here on the left. Might drop some stuff if I have to set that, but such is the nature of the game. Alright, so we did just set 4, but I heard some stuff drop. One of them was 1, which I just bumped back up in. Two needs work done. Might have bumped that up too. 3 seems to be okay. So hard when I can't look down the keyway. Ah, there we go. 1 just needed bumped a little bit more. Oops, sorry, hit the camera there. So let's zoom out. There we are. We are wide open. I'll go ahead and gutter real quick, even though we did that about a week ago. Make sure nothing has changed in here. So they have some really interesting cuts. I assume this ledge would hurt you pretty hard if you overset it. They all have that that fin look to them. But what's interesting is on top of the fins you see, based on the height of the pin, they sometimes have different shoulder cuts. Like you can see that one is on an angle, whereas that one is flat. They just had really cool, interesting cuts in all of them. That was slightly different. On top of that, we have a slight taper and ledge, almost like a gin. We talked about this in the gutting. And then spools, spool, 4 spools, taper and ledge on the rest. And then for our interactive, it just has this kind of weird pin. It didn't take much to like set that. That, in my opinion, almost doesn't even need to be quote-unquote picked. It just needs to be pushed when the time comes, because it just has this rounded top. It's not like it's, honestly, it's not like it's all that protected, in my opinion. And then there's our key control. We have our pointy one and our flat one, blah, blah, blah. So I think that's that. If anybody wants to see anything in the background here picked, leave us a comment or a suggestion. We just got a, or I just got a Pollock 7. EVA ICS I think is really cool. I really love the key, and got a ton of ASA products. So look forward to your comments, suggestions, feedback, whatever. You guys have a great day. Thanks.